Story of the elephant rope. When walking through an elephant camp, a man noticed that the elephants were only secured with a small rope that was tied around one ankle. He wondered why the elephants didn't break free from the rope, as the elephants were certainly strong enough to do so. He asked a trainer why the elephants didn't try to break free, and trainer responded by saying that they use the same size rope for baby elephants all the way up to adulthood because they are too small when they are babies to break free from the rope. They grow up being conditioned that the rope is stronger than they are. As adults, they think the rope can still hold them, so they don't try to fight it. The moral: the elephants in this case are experiencing learned helplessness. This phenomenon occurs when someone has been conditioned to anticipate discomfort in some way without having a way to avoid it or make it stop. After enough conditioning, the person will stop any attempts to avoid the pain, even if they see an opportunity to escape. If you go through life thinking that you can't do something just because you have failed at doing it in the past, you are living with a fixed mindset. You have to let go of your limiting beliefs in order to make through that are required for your ultimate success. Don't let other people tell you that you can't do something, and don't hold on to an assumption that you can't grow and learn from past failures. Thanks for watching. Please support us by like, share and subscribe.
There was a rich merchant who had 4 wives. He loved the fourth wife the most and adorned her with rich robes and treated her to delicacies. He took great care of her and gave her nothing but the best. He also loved the third wife very much. He is very proud of her and always wanted to show off her to his friends. However, the merchant is always in great fear that she might run away with some other man. He too loved his second wife. She is a very considerate person, always patient, and in fact is the merchant's confidante. Whenever the merchant faced some problems, he always turned to his second wife, and she would always help him out and tide him through difficult times. Now, the merchant's first wife is a very loyal partner and has made great contributions in maintaining his wealth and business as well as taking care of the household. However, the merchant did not love the first wife, and although she loved him deeply, he hardly took notice of her. One day, the merchant fell ill. Before long, he knew that he was going to die soon. He thought of his luxurious life and told himself, "Now I have 4 wives with me, but when I die, I'll be alone. How lonely I'll be." Thus, he asked the 4th wife, "I loved you most, endowed you with the finest clothing, and showered great care over you. Now that I am dying, will you follow me and keep me company?" "No," replied the 3rd wife. "Life is so good over here. I am going to remarry when you die." The merchant's heart sank and turned cold. He then asked the 2nd wife, "I always turn to you for help, and you always help me out. Now I need your help again. When I die, will you follow me and keep me company?" "No," replied the 3rd wife. "Life is so good over here. I am going to remarry when you die." The merchant's heart sank and turned cold. He then asked the 2nd wife, "I always turn to you for help, and you always help me out. Now I need your help again. When I die, will you follow me and keep me a company?" "I'm sorry, I can't help you out this time," replied the 2nd wife. "At the very most, I can only send you to your grave." The answer came like a bolt of thunder, and merchant was devastated. Then a voice called out, "I leave with you. I'll follow you no matter where you go." The merchant looked up, and there was his 1st wife. She was so skinny, almost like she suffered from malnutrition. Greatly grieved, the merchant said, "I should have taken much better care of you while I could have." We all have 4 wives in our lives. The 4th wife is our body. No matter how much time and effort we lavish in making it look good, it will leave us when we die. Our 3rd wife is our possessions, status, and wealth. When we die, they all go to others. The 2nd wife is our family and friends. No matter how close they had been there for us when we are alive, they can stay by us up to the grave. The 1st wife is in fact our soul, often neglected in our pursuit of material wealth and sensual pleasures. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.
The struggle of life. Once upon a time, a daughter complained to her father that her life was miserable and that she didn't know how she was going to make it. She was tired of fighting and struggling all the time. It seemed just as one problem was solved, another one soon followed. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen. He filled 3 pots with water and placed each on a high fire. Once the 3 pots began to boil, he placed potatoes in one pot, eggs in the second pot, and ground coffee beans in the third pot. He then let them sit and boil, without saying a word to his daughter. The daughter moaned and impatiently waited, wondering what he was doing. After 20 minutes he turned off the burners. He took the potatoes out of the pot and placed them in a bowl. He pulled the eggs out and placed them in a bowl. He then ladled the coffee out and placed it in a cup. Turning to her, he asked, "Daughter, what do you see?" "Potatoes, eggs and coffee," she hastily replied. "Look closer," he said, and touch the potatoes. She did and noted that they were soft. He then asked her to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, he asked her to sip the coffee. Its rich aroma brought a smile to her face. "Father, what does this mean?" she asked. He then explained that the potatoes, the eggs, and coffee beans had each faced the same adversity, the boiling water. However, each one reacted differently. The potato went in strong, hard and unrelenting, but in boiling water, it became soft and weak. The egg was fragile, with the thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was put in the boiling water. Then the inside of the egg became hard. However, the ground coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and created something new. "Which one are you?" he asked his daughter. "When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a potato, an egg, or a coffee bean?" Moral of the story: in life, things happen around us, things happen to us, but the only thing that truly matters is how you choose to react to it, and what you make out of it. Life is all about leaning, adopting and converting all the struggles that we experience into something positive. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.
The villager and the spectacles. There was a villager. He was illiterate. He did not know how to read and write. He often saw people wearing spectacles for reading books or papers. He thought, if I have spectacles, I can also read like these people. I must go to town and buy a pair of spectacles. So one day he went to a town. He entered a spectacle shop. He asked the shopkeeper for a pair of spectacles for reading. The shopkeeper gave him various pairs of spectacles and a book. The villager tried all the spectacles one by one, but he could not read anything. He told the shopkeeper that all those spectacles were useless for him. The shopkeeper gave him a doubtful look. Then he looked at the book. It was upside down. The shopkeeper said, "Perhaps you don't know how to read." The villager said, "No, I don't. I want to buy spectacles so that I can read like others, but I can't read with any of these spectacles." The shopkeeper controlled his laughter with great difficulty when he learned the real problem of his illiterate customer. He explained to the villager, "My dear friend, you are very ignorant. Spectacles don't help to read or write. They only help you to see better. First of all, you must learn to read and write." The moral is ignorance is blindness. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Wind and the sun. Once the wind and the sun had an argument. "I am stronger than you," said the wind. "No, you are not," said the sun. Just at that moment they saw a traveler walking across the road. He was wrapped in a shawl. The sun and the wind agreed that whoever could separate the traveler from his shawl was stronger. The wind took the first turn. He blew with all his might to tear the traveler's shawl from his shoulders. But the harder he blew, the tighter the traveler gripped the shawl to his body. The struggle went on till the wind's turn was over. Now it was the sun's turn. The sun smiled warmly. The traveler felt the warmth of the smiling sun. Soon he let the shawl fall open. The sun's smile grew warmer and warmer, hotter and hotter. Now the traveler no longer needed his shawl. He took it off and dropped it on the ground. The sun was declared stronger than the wind. The moral is, brute force can't achieve what a gentle smile can.
A troubled man, with no peace in life. A long time ago, a man came to a monk, a very troubled man, and asked him, "What's wrong with me? Why can't I find peace? Why am I not happy with my life?" The old monk then took a bottle and, after half filling it with water, put it in front of the man and asked him, "How's this bottle?" "It's half empty," the man replied. "See," said the monk, "I see it half full. In life, you have to see more, the beautiful and positive side of things, and not focus so much on the downsides and the negative aspects." The story of the greatest warrior in the world. A warrior asked his master, "Who do you think will handle the sword best in this world. To make him understand, Master said, "Go to the field near the monastery. There is a rock there. I want you to insult it." Disciple asked, "Why should I do it, Master?" "All right. Then attack it with your sword," said the Master. "I really won't," said the disciple. "My sword would break. And if I attacked rock, with my bare hands, I would break my fingers and get no results. That's not what I asked. I asked who handles the sword best in this world. The best warrior is the one that is like that rock," explained the Master. "Even without taking the sword out of its scabbard, no one can defeat it." Thanks for watching. Please support us by giving us a like, share and subscribe. Worrying won't solve problem. People have been coming to the wise man, complaining about the same problems every time. One day, the wise man told him a joke, and everyone roared in laughter. After a couple of minutes, he told them the same joke, and only a few of them smiled. When he told the same joke for the third time, no one laughed anymore. The wise man smiled and said, "You can't laugh at the same joke over and over. So why are you always crying about the same problem?" The moral is, worrying won't solve your problems, it'll just waste your time and energy. Story number 2. The story about the disciple who fell 1,000 times. A master was taking his disciple on a journey into the jungle. Even though he was old, he made his way with agility, while the disciple kept slipping and falling many times. The young man got up and muttered angrily every time, but continued to follow his master. After the long journey, they arrived in a sacred place. Without stopping even for a moment, the master returned quickly to the bumpy road they followed so far. "You didn't teach me anything today," said the disciple, irritated by the whole situation, after he fell for the 1,000th time. "I taught you one thing, but you couldn't understand it," replied the master. "I'm trying to teach you how to deal with mistakes in life." "And how should I deal with them?" asked the puzzled disciple. "In the same way you should have faced every fall you have taken today," the master answered. "Instead of cursing when you fell, you should have tried to understand first what made you slip." Thanks for watching. Please support us by giving us a like, share and subscribe.